So yesterday, I didn't have my phone for like 2 hours. I let my wife use it. She went to the store. And during those 2 hours, a hacker from Russia decided that he was going to hack my PlayStation account. And he spent $500 on downloading a bunch of stuff. And of course, PlayStation ain't open on the weekends. And the hacker probably knew that. And for some reason, Sony, who's supposed to be one of the best electronics people in the world, have the worst security ever. And I'm reading online, apparently the hack was so bad that even their own employees were hacked, which is crazy because you're Sony. You need to do better. You spend 200 million, 300 million, you spend all those millions of dollars, multi-millions on DEI games, but you seem to invest zero in security. What about the people that are actually paying you? You won't protect, but you want to make games for people that don't buy games. It makes no damn sense. So Sony apparently needs a new CEO. So these bastards got 500 from him. Hopefully I can get it all back. I didn't download it on my PS5, but I saw the other person's PS5 number, right? And hopefully Sony could do something. But now I got to wait till Pacific time in America to open back up to call Sony to get a hold of anybody. You can't even message them. It's just bots at this point. Because Sony apparently doesn't think that people have problems outside business hours. So they got all the money to waste for that, but they can't hire a few people to work afternoons and weekends, which is a shame, right? It's one of those things where we know if we were CEO of a company, we could do better. If we were CEO of the company and we know the problems that need to be fixed and stuff that needs to be concentrated on. But unfortunately, real CEOs of companies don't know anything about much of nothing. They seem to be concentrating on the wrong things. But I was able to get my account back. I was able to secure everything. I made for sure that my card is no longer linked. Nobody's getting any more money from me, right? And I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to play Sony PlayStation anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm really frustrated. I try not to make decisions when I'm mad. I was shaking. And on top of everything, I have PTSD as it is. So you can imagine, I mean, severe PTSD. I'm not talking about a little. I'm talking about severe enough where my room has to be soundproof. Just on the holidays around here, so I don't hear nothing, right? And I barely I was ready to jump, and you know, it's 500, and it's just, it ruined everything. I didn't have my phone, and if I had my phone, I would have been alerted to a lot of that stuff, because I did have some security set up. And this hacker, I don't know who you are, but you ruin people's lives, man. That's all you're doing is ruining lives. For what? For video games? That's it. You can't get a job and do stuff on your own. You got to steal other people's? What kind of a man are you? Matter of fact, I tell you what. If you're the hacker that tried to steal my stuff, come meet me. I dare you. Come meet me face to face. You're just doing nothing but ruining lives. It's not your money, so why are you stealing it? Lucky it was just a couple hours. By the time I got back, I was able to put a stop to a lot of it. It didn't get worse. And one of the things I'm going to do is never get my phone out to anybody again. It's going to stay with me. That way, if there's alerts, I can see it, I can get it, I can act on it, right? This dog, he knows when I got PTSD. He's being trained. My other dog's got PTSD training. This one's working on it. So he knows when I'm upset. But in all honesty, you know, it's been pretty frustrating. I expect more from Sony. You know, that's why we pay them games. That's why we pay them monthly subscriptions, you know? I mean, you can't have better? You can't do better at Sony? Is that it? You can't do much better? You're Sony, for crying out loud. They used to mean something. It used to be if you brought Sony, you know you brought the best around. If you had a Sony TV, if you had a Sony appliance, if you have a Sony PlayStation, it used to mean something. But now look at you guys. You're focused more on DEI than you are security of the people. Fix yourselves, man. And if you're a board member and the CEO don't want to do it, well, then you oust the CEO. And if you're CEO and the board members don't want to do it, well, you get rid of them. You get rid of the problem people until the problem is fixed. You don't ignore it. You don't do what the MWA commissioner has been doing, ignoring it and act like something was different. You don't do what Roger Goodell's doing. You don't do what Intel's doing, sending all these jobs to China and putting 12,000 out of Americans. You don't do it. You fix the problems. You're Sony. Act like it.